of the pure. As the High Suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of ELEX. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. We have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Can Albs do that with their mutants?
The machine components you see on some wasteland mutants? We believe those allow the Albs a measure of control over the mutants, but it is a crude form of the suggestion we practice here. Some say it is because they are strong of mind, others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled. Faith is our shield.
The people up there will take care of it.
All you'll find in Zakor is that.
I want to trade.
Right you are. I'll show you. Get out of here! That's it. Get out of here!
Those things are probably programmed, right? You're not going to see an outlaw start firing.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
What can I help you with?
I want to ask you some questions about the chem trade here.
How do you know about that?
Judicator Reinhold sent me. I'm supposed to have a look at your reports from the time of the crime.
Judicator Reinhold sent you to look into this? Oh well, I suppose he knows what he's doing. Here is my report on the suspects. That's all I know.
Hey, you! I need an adjustable wrench and a set of retaining rings. And, if you are up for it, bring me a weapons-grade ELEX battery, a pressurized air intake valve, and what was the last?
I'll get the things you need.
Wait a second. There is still something missing. Let me think now. Damn it, it was right here. I had it a moment ago. Adjustable wrench, retaining rings, pressurized air intake valve, and I'm still missing a few screws, of course. But what was the last thing? Not the orbital reset brake. At any rate, I have that. Pin 3 bracket arm. I know I forgot one of those last time. Could it be that again? Think! Well, I've not seen it anywhere. But what if it's something else?
Do you want my help?
Quiet. Oh, damn it! That's my line of concentration gone. You know how hard it is to get a moment's peace to think in this place? Damn it! What the hell was it that I was thinking about? I think I will have to get the tool myself. The machines we build and maintain here, they are all that will stop the Alps. But, do I get the resources I need to do the job properly? Do I, hell?
What's got you so stressed?
We used to work. We used to make things and think of the future. But now everything we do is for combat. I didn't become a mechanic for that, but I suppose we all have to do our duty if this war is to be won.
It sounds like you think your work is important.
Now, you're sounding like a legate. This isn't ego. This isn't about me. This is about getting the equipment our forces need. You don't think that's important? We are the only ones who can really stop the Alps. That takes a toll. That means everything here has to go smoothly. That means I've got to get production running at full capacity. And it means I need someone to take care of some of the day-to-day things, while I get all this working properly.
Teach me something.
It's done.
Pay me, and I'll help you.
Deal. It's not like I have time to waste. I need you to get me a set of replacement parts. With all the mechanics we've lost recently, we are chronically undermanned here. So, this list has been sitting here waiting to be sorted. If you're available, I need you to get over to my supplier and get me those parts, okay?
You'll trust me with your shards, just like that?
You're here to do a job, so I'll give you the tools you need to do it. Good luck. We need those parts.
No, I'd better not. Got it.
Quit sneaking around.
What did you think of the last sermon?
To be honest, I wasn't really listening.
But aren't you interested in what's going on out there? How Kalan's will can be done?
Do you really think they're telling us the truth?
Well, of course. Why would they lie to us?
Are you really that naive?
Got it.
Hey, do you have my package?
What package?
What? Oh, excuse me. Just forget it.
Who are you waiting around here for?
For the package. Well, the guy with the package. That's why I asked for the package. And as you don't have the package, then we don't have anything to talk about.
What are you doing here?
I'm a chemist. I mix things to keep the mechs from seizing up. Just a simple chemist, that's all. Hey,
What?
what? I'm a kid. I make just.
And are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm lucky, I guess. I'd rather do my work here than get sent to the front. I mean, this is where my skills are needed. It's better that I build machines to fight than I get myself killed. I'm lucky I learned the craft. Here, take this. You can start practicing.
Do you have anything to trade?
Trade? Do I look like a trader? No, I don't have anything to trade.
You don't have anything to trade?
Well, I might not be a trader, but I suppose I could do some trading for a few things.
Let's do some business.
Okay then, let me know what you have to trade.
Some things are better off buried.
You definitely got the wrong end of the stick.
If you're here to train with me, then forget it. If I see you running around with an upholstered weapon, you're going to get a very painful weapons safety lesson. You have to earn the right to train here, Initiate.
I'm not an initiate.
Well, then you're no concern of mine. I don't train people in the basics. You need to be part of this faction, understood?
How is the fight going against the Alps?
Badly. We've just lost a lot of good men out there. We only have Judicator Ulbrich's war strategy to thank for the fact that Hort hasn't been overrun by our enemies.
How can I train here?
I only train acolytes and above. And even then, I choose who I train. You must want to commit. You must want to understand the art of combat, not just the brutality of it.
So, you're a combat instructor.
I am Paladin Hagen, and I teach more than combat. I teach the art of fighting. Body, mind, and spirit combining into the finest fighting force. Only the purest, strongest, and smartest can train with me. You see, there's been war on this planet ever since that damn comet came down, bringing ELEX with it, and we are the only ones who can end it.
You said you are a paladin?
Correct. Only a paladin is allowed to wear armor like mine. But we paladins aren't just warriors for Kalan with special abilities. But we are also researchers, searching for new uses for ELEX.
How can I become a paladin?
Oh, wait. You are being serious?
Yes.
Well, first you have to go to Judicator Reinhold and prove that you are worthy of joining the clerics. If Judicator Reinhold accepts that you have the right abilities, then you'll be permitted the honor of becoming an acolyte. That is the true beginning to your journey. Acolytes may become legates, if they have enough training and they earn the honor. And it is only legates who have the right to be promoted to become a paladin. If you truly wish to succeed, you'll need to focus on achievement at every level. Without that, you will never advance.
What do you know about the chem dealing here in the Horde?
I know I don't have anything to do with it, and I don't want to be connected to it either. Fighting is about purity. Chems are far from pure.
How can I earn something for myself around here?
You take the next step of the journey and show your commitment. The Horde suffered an attack by mutants about a week ago. They came from the north or northeast, and the survivors returned that way. The men I sent after those survivors haven't returned. If you find out where the mutants are coming from, there will be a fair payment waiting here for you.
I'll kill those mutants.
I'll give you the coordinates I sent my men to. See if you can find out what is bringing those mutants so close to the Horde. Then kill them and return to me. You're dismissed.
What goods have you got?
Okay.
If you don't try, you don't win.
They say the raptors are pretty fierce.
Do you really think I can't see you? So, you're here to report for initiation.
Initiation?
Instruction. Education. A preparation for readiness. My name is Dietrich, and it is my job to ready all new initiates for the trials that will face them. But before you ask any more questions, let's get one thing clear. All the free people need to be properly trained if we want to survive what's coming. Those Albs want to destroy us all. I won't accept a lack of discipline. I expect loyalty, hard work, application, and results.
What do you think is coming?
The Albs. What? Do you think they will just disappear tomorrow? And while we are waiting for them, the outlaws are plotting something in Tevar. That Duke has plans. So, we must plan too. Plan and train. If you want to progress, then that's what I need to see. That's what Kalan expects. It is what you should demand of yourself.
If the training's so strict, how come you're just sitting around?
I do so every day, and my tasks aren't easy. I take care of internal matters and coordinate training. And I get into the field when I can. You have to stay sharp to provide the best training, and to understand our enemy. If we are to work with the free people, if the clerics are to save the free people from the Alps. This is what we must do.
What do you want me to do?
Someone has been undermining the training program we have here. Some of the initiates have been caught taking chems. I mean, it's a crazy thing to do, but some people do it to gain an edge, but end up becoming addicts. Look at the Alps. I need to find who is bringing this poison in and selling it to our initiates. You don't have something to do with it, do you?
You suspect me because I'm new here.
I wanted to test your reaction. You'd be tied up and neck-deep in jackal shit by now if I really thought you were behind it. Remember that, if you get tempted in the future. But whoever it is, I want these bastards dealt with. And if you found one set, can you find these assholes too? I want you to track them down wherever they are, in the Hort or beyond. Are you with me?
About the ELEX smuggling. Why do you trust me with this?
You weren't here when all this started, so you can't be part of it. But this isn't just blind trust and hope. I'll be watching you and making sure you stick to the task.
I will find the criminals behind this.
Good. My information says that the ELEX is coming from somewhere to the south. There's a recon post there in the ruins of an old fort. Start there and turn everything upside down if you have to. If our people don't cooperate, show them this warrant. And tell them I want answers. That will be all. Dismissed.
Check the supplies. Be ready in case they return.
I'm gonna keep quiet about that, no matter what they say.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it! You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Teach me something.
Yeah?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
No. Should I have?
Oh, yeah. He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure. Okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think. And he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how ELEX could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me? Good. I would... you doing here?
So you need access to the archives.
No. All that I want is a There has to... And so...
So, why don't you ask if you can work in the archives?
You think I haven't thought of that? I'm barred. Punishment for breaking in. And I've no idea when they'll allow me back. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Hort. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics. Did I invite you?
You dirty thief! You should get out of here. Hey, is there something you're looking for? I'm here to trade, and I can offer you top quality for a decent price.
Do you have many customers?
Define many. Ignodon isn't exactly the center of commerce on Magalan. I have to work part-time as a miner just to keep going. But, you know, I get by all in all.
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly from the patrols we send out. They find all sorts of old world artifacts. And then there are the spoils of war, recovered from out there. Our enemies are a good place to get resources.
What goods have you got?
Of course.
want to buy some clothes.
Clothing, I have. What exactly do you have in mind?
What do most people wear here?
Well, that all depends on your rank. Would you want undergarments, nightwear, armor? I have a full range and a full set if it's the right size. This set belonged to a brother who now dwells in Kalan's halls. Kalan save and protect his soul. But it's perfectly fit for purpose.
I'll take the armor.
Great! You know a good deal when you see one. Is there anything else you wanted?
Kalan's strength lies in purity.
So, about... I have the things you need.
You did it. You got him. They mustn't have got into your head yet. Let's get this escape underway. So, that should be enough to hide who I am.
And what happens now?
I need to find Wolf. Then I can get out of here. Or have you got a better idea?
No. Stick with your plan.
Then I better get moving. I see you around.
Not allow yourselves to be led astray by the temptations of ELEX. Only those with a pure heart, a focused mind, and a strong spirit will be saved by Kalan.
What? Don't you recognize me?
Recognize you? Why should... Oh, fuck.
Exactly. Thought you got away with it, didn't you? But I have a surprise for you, and the rest of those smug assholes here. And now I'm free. You're gonna get it, you shithead.
You won't get away from me.
Did I invite you?
That's not any use to me now.
I advise you to step carefully.
Name added to the access list. That should get me in.
Halt. State your business. Only officially authorized personnel may enter. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Our faith preserves us, and we preserve the wisdom of our ancestors.
What wisdom?
The scriptures, the writings, the texts, the foundation of our faith, and old world manuals that support our technology. Here the worthy study. Here the worthy learn. And unless you're worthy, you aren't coming in.
Get out of the way.
The archives are restricted. Why should I let you enter?
Why aren't the archives open to everyone?
Because what we store here is precious, as is the space to study. Some specialists are given their workshops, their fighting mechs. This is a place dedicated to learning. The only people allowed into the archives are those who have authorization, or who have reached at least the rank of acolyte. Is that clear? So, tell me, why do you think I would let you into the archives?
Because I'm authorized to enter.
We will see. One moment. You're right. But I don't remember seeing your name on the list beforehand. It seems you are authorized. Please enter, but I beg you, do not disturb the archivists. Remember, silence is a virtue.
Another thing about the archives. Is there a copy of Arvid's teachings in the archive?
Of course. All of Arvid's wisdom that remains is stored here.
What is in the book?
His prophecies and principles of life, around which we guide our lives. The greatest portion of Arvid's knowledge is encrypted. Even today, we are struggling to understand it.
Encrypted? In what way?
Some of it is in code, some of it is written as parables. So is open to interpretation. It is for those who concentrate on study to reveal these mysteries to us. As I said, only a few of us can truly understand his words, and so see the wisdom of Kalan.
Can I read Arvid's teachings?
You? No.
Why not?
Because only those chosen to study his writings may do so. You have not been chosen.
I think I've heard enough about that.
Good.
What are you studying?
Everything that brings us closer to our goal.
What does that mean?
It means passing Kalan's tests. Kalan only takes those who are pure, and so to preach his words, we must be the purest of all. And knowledge, facts, interpretation, and analysis are the purest form of all devotion. And science is the purest of all the forms of study. It brings clarity to the mind. To achieve purity of the soul, we must understand ourselves. The berserkers and the outlaws will never have the discipline for that. They live in the moment. We have committed ourselves to the future. May Kalan open the infinite skies for us all.
Do you also study the old world?
Of course. If we repeat the mistakes of our ancestors, it could lead to another catastrophe. That is one of the reasons why we only task those with the strongest wills to study. Who knows what corrupting influences these artifacts could have?
Where do you get the material to study?
It takes persistence and luck. We send out our reclamation squads to search old world ruins. First, the selected area has to be pacified. As soon as that is done, we begin salvaging the valuable pieces and bringing them here.
Those areas tend to be infested with mutants.
There's a lot of planning involved. But even so, there are expeditions that don't go perfectly. Kalan teaches that knowledge comes at a price, and it is those who dedicate themselves to recovery of these artifacts that pay the highest price. I had better return to my duties. You must seek elsewhere for more answers. Stop your sneaking.
Got it.
Did you get lost?
Listen to your orders. Do your duty.
She took that secret to the grave.
I have what you wanted.
Unbelievable. Now, I can finally read Arvid's original text. You really did me a big favor.
That will do.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Glad to help.
Oh, yeah. If I find anything interesting in these writings, I will let you know. That's the least I can do for you.
We're doing great.
What are...
Goliath. Yeah, I've been here before. I might have taken a few things and done a little questionable trading. Let's hope they have short memories.
Is there anything we're not short of these days?
Don't ask me what that was about. I am going, all right?
Are you looking for something?
The Hammer Clan sent me. You're all berserkers. If you fight amongst yourselves, you've lost. You might as well join the Alps.
Are you calling me an alb? You want the Hammer Clan to fight for you and you won't serve them a drink? Who's the enemy? All right. You've got a point. But I'll have to ask Angrim.
What does Angrim have to do with it?
He told me not to serve the Hammer Clan. I think he was hoping some of them would, shift over to the Eisen Clan.
I think Cormac should know about that.
I think that's got nothing to do with me. I'm just a tavern keeper.
It's been a while. Maybe no one will recognize me.
The trouble between Elder and the Eisen clan is over.
So, Elder can drown his sorrows instead of shouting them around Goliath. How did you manage that?
After a little chat, Orn agreed it was best for the clans to work together.
A little chat, eh? Well, however you managed it, it's a relief. I was worried this would build into something bigger.
It's over. I mean, I hope so. I mean, we'll see. You know, people can be real assholes over old scores.
Well, I should have had more faith. It seems people do believe in our cause.
Angrim was behind the trouble. He hoped that since the Hammer Clan wasn't being served, that he could lure people to join the Eisen Clan.
You're sure of this?
Orn told me himself.
Then it seems I must speak with Ragnar, and we'll find a way to persuade Angrim out of such tactics. We have enough trouble with the Alps without fighting amongst ourselves. Thank you for your service. Take this for payment, and keep this matter between us.
You must have something to offer apart from shards.
What makes you say that?
This town isn't bankrupt. You have a lot of things you can pay with apart from Elexit.
Actually, we're short of everything. Blame the comet and decades of war. But you have a point. Here, take this. Look.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the spare.
Teach.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what they're saying.